got up at 3:30 this morning to get a flight out at 6. We've been on the tarmac for 1 hour now. It's 2 more hour delay. I'm not sure how I'm getting to Costa Rica. So I was hoping to find some time to share some solo travel hacks with you guys, but my connections were all so tight I wasn't sure when I was going to do it. So hey, voila, we got a window of time. Here's a little travel hack. Be sure and download the app for the airline that you're flying on, because I tried to put a phone call in while we were waiting to the customer service. It was going to be a 2.5 hour wait, but I used the chat on the American Airline app and I was able to get my flight changed. So I'll be flying directly from Dallas once we get there, Lord willing. And I'll get to Costa Rica tonight about 10:15. So yeah, travel hack. Be sure to download the app. I think one of the most important travel tips for traveling solo, or really any travel at all, is to try to fly early in the day. Now, can I tell you, I was not excited to get up at 3:30 this morning, to drive an hour, to stand in a long pre-check line. And yet, because I was one of the first flights of the day, I was able to rearrange my flights. Another thing I'm trying to do is learn to be patient. I was really impressed with the people on this flight. For a whole hour, they basically were just sat there silent. Nobody complained, even when there was another 2-hour delay. And I'm just learning that, getting all upset does no good. And I'm really asking the Lord to kind of rewire my soul, because I can get my knickers in a knot way too easy. So it's time. We're reboarding. We're on our way to Dallas, Lord willing, and then on to Costa Rica. Hola. Crazy, so many flights canceled. People trying to rearrange flights, catch flights. Pretty insane. To be honest, at that point, I felt pretty good about getting to Costa Rica that night. After all, I had a direct flight from Dallas to San Jose, leaving at 8, and I was pretty sure all the crazy would have settled down by then. So I just wandered around the airport and scrolled my cell phone, waiting for the flight to take off. Now, you might be wondering what this whole trip was about. Well, my book, Embracing Trust, was coming out in Spanish, and my publisher had invited me to go to Costa Rica to do some radio interviews on Wednesday, and then to have a big women's event on Thursday night. I was so excited to share the message. But then, well, perhaps you can guess what happened. My flight got canceled again. Another tip for solo traveling is have a couple of friends you can call who can look up things online. With everybody scrambling to find flights and hotels and rental cars, the Wi-Fi was horrible. I could hardly get any internet to actually look for flights and hotels myself. And so I called a couple of friends and they really came through. In fact, the coordinator of the event got another flight scheduled for tomorrow morning. But if that one gets canceled, like both flights to Costa Rica did today, we have a flight on a different airline at 5:30. So, what an adventure, huh? I was actually standing at the desk to confirm that I was indeed on the flight. It flashed flight canceled. So anyway, yeah, quite a day. And I am not the only person in this situation. There are literally thousands of people. To be honest, here I am in this beautiful hotel room, and all I can think of is the poor people that are still standing in line trying to figure out what to do. Or maybe trying to get food and hotel vouchers because they can't afford to go get a hotel room on their own. So yeah, I checked Uber 4 miles away to an airport was $83 just for an Uber. So I was super grateful. That's another tip. Make sure that the hotel you book has an airport shuttle. Yeah, that saved me beaucoup bucks. Oh my goodness, it's been quite a day, and some really sweet things that happened in the middle of it, some neat moments, people that I met and got to connect with, even pray with, that was really special. But all right, well, I'm gonna go to bed. Hope you're getting a good night's sleep tonight too. See you in the morning. So it's a much calmer morning at DFW, and once again, the app really came through for me. I was scheduled to leave tomorrow, but when I got on this morning with the chat, again, it's the chat on the American app, he was able to schedule me for a direct flight this morning. And so it looks like it's a go. There's a whole bunch of people here. I met someone last night, Cecilia, who I felt so bad. We got separated, and she ended up spending the night in the airport. She lives in San Jose, but she said, I had a very good rest. And so bless her heart. So hopefully here, Costa Rica, here I come. Well, that was the hope anyway. But every time we thought we were ready to board, another delay was announced, and then another, and another. It was deja vu all over again. With time to kill, I had lunch near the gate and ate a little pizza and watched YouTube. Then I visited a couple of stores and explored the wildlife.
Sadly, if all my flights get canceled, this might be as close as I get to a slot.
Meanwhile, back at the gate. So this just happened. Flight canceled. Glad I have a backup with United, praying that it goes through.
So another little tip, especially if it looks like your flight might be canceled, look into buying a refundable ticket on a different airline, because I'll tell you what, I would have really been stuck. American can't get me out tonight, nor can it get me out tomorrow morning. If I didn't have this Dallas to Houston to Costa Rica flight, there's a really good chance I wouldn't be there for the event. And I'm praying that it all works out. But so far, so good. And had my flight worked today with American, we could have canceled the ticket and refunded all the money. So yeah, just another little tip.
I wish I could tell you that everything went absolutely smoothly after that we took off that evening and I was able to catch that evening's connection to Costa Rica, but that wouldn't be true. Instead, the plane was grounded because of storms in Houston. I found a prayer chapel nearby and I just got on my knees and began to pray, saying, Lord, I really believe that this event is from you. But Lord, you're going to have to open the Red Sea just like you opened the Red Sea for the Israelites. And wouldn't you know it, he did it.
Oh my goodness, you guys. We actually lifted off for Houston after multiple delays. God miraculously opened the door for an early flight to Costa Rica tomorrow morning that should put me there in plenty of time to speak. I am just speechless with gratitude. The Lord directly answered two of our most significant prayers. At the moment, I prayed a Red Sea prayer and just said, God, you opened the Red Sea and you made a way where there seemed to be no way. He said, I believe you're going to make a way for me to go to Costa Rica and speak to these women. And here we are, after 2 days, finally making some progress and getting closer to what God has called me to do. I'm so grateful.